Hello, hello. Can't see anything.
Where is it in the team page? Here?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, hello. I can't see
Hi.
anybody. Hi. My husband just got home.
Oh,
This is really weird. I can't see anybody. This is not normal. How weird is it? Yay, Jackie. Okay, that's weird. I was like, I couldn't see any faces. I thought I'm having a call by myself with imaginary people. Super stoked for tonight. I've been so looking forward to this. So if you've never been with us before, welcome to the GCNFiT team call. Super stoked because we have a bunch of teams that were invited to come and be with us tonight. So we have hopefully some guests here from Team Elite Vitality, from Team Strength and Beauty Nation, from Boomerang Wellness, and hopefully Craig, who is our amazing guest speaker, invited his team to join us. So if you guys don't know who Craig Daigle is, I don't know how you don't know who he is, because he is like fire. He's on fire all the time. He is one of the most inspirational people that I've met in my 4-year journey as a coach. And I'm so excited that he is donating his time to us to listen. And I'm such a believer that Beachbody is about community. And honestly, I think abundant mindset is everything, which is why I wanted to reach out and invite a couple other teams to join us tonight, because I believe in the be a river, not a reservoir. Like, don't keep things to yourself. And like, we're all in this to change lives and make a difference. So I'm so excited that you all get to experience Craig tonight. So Craig is a diamond coach who's lost 132 pounds, which is bananas, yo. He's a Team Beachbody Challenge winner. He's won $1,000 already with the Team Beachbody Challenge. So I'm rooting for you, Craig. I hope they pull you out as a finalist this year. If you do, I'll be voting the Craig vote for sure. So I know everybody on our team has got your back, and we really hope you win. You're out there. And I know that Craig has completed 10 programs, and he's also a domestic violence survivor. So hopefully he'll tell us a little bit of his story tonight. But thank you so much, Craig, for joining us, for spending your time with our team tonight. I'm going to mute myself, because as my team knows, it's really hard for me to stop talking. But before I do that, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to Jackie Geddes, who hit Emerald, and I'm just so freaking proud of you, girl. So does anybody else have recognition for their team? Like, you can unmute yourself and just recognize your team members for a second if you want to. I'm all about recognition. But Jackie, girl, whoop, whoop, you are amazing, seriously. Okay, I'm going to mute myself. Craig, it's all you.
Well, I want to do some recognition. Come on now, trainer girl. I want to recognize everybody that got on this call, because you know what? You could be doing something better than listening to this guy. Well, maybe not, but you could definitely be doing something else. So, oh man, I'm not going to touch too much on my story, but I do want to give you a little bit. Yes, I have lost 132 pounds. I was almost 400 pounds at one point. 8 years I spent in a relationship with a woman, married 3 of it, and she was a prescription drug addict and an alcoholic, and we probably entered in about 8 domestic during that time. And it was ridiculous, and I stayed. And you know what it is, like, I look back on it now, and like I coach a lot of people through some serious struggles, and you know, we get stuck in a comfortable struggle, right? We get stuck accepting what it is because we think that that's what our life is supposed to be. And I want to tell you something. Your life is so much greater than you could ever imagine. All you have to do is go for it. All you have to do is go for it. We're going to cry during this call a couple of times, okay? So I want you to be prepared for that. I also want you to be prepared in case I let some swear words go. They tend to come out either in the story, because it's part of the story, or because that's how passionate I get. I am working on it, though. I have found God recently. I don't know if you guys know that. But so here's the thing. I had our final domestic with my ex-wife, okay, in August of 2015. August 11th of 2015. I'll never forget that day. And I didn't change my life that day, okay? That was not the day I changed my life. I was going through criminal court. I was going through domestic court. I was going through restraining orders. I had custody of 3 children on my own. I was almost 400 pounds. I worked 40 minutes away, full time. And I had to pay for daycare. I had to like cover stuff. And when I tell you guys that I'm a single parent, okay, I want you to fathom this. Because I respect any parent, not just single ones. My immediate family lives 3,000 miles away, okay? So it's not like I can ask my mom for help. I can't ask my dad for help, okay? And I had to figure this all out on my own. And I didn't change my life then. And then in November of 2015, my stepdaughter was taken from me. I was dad for 8 years. She's 13 now. I was dad for 8 years. And when they took her from me, that was my rock bottom. That was my rock bottom. I lost it. I was devastated. I knew I needed to do something, but I didn't know what I needed to do, right? I knew I needed to get healthy because my health was like, it was detrimental to me and to my children. I still had 2 boys to take care of, right? I had severe sleep apnea, acid reflux. I was almost 400 pounds. It was just like very unhealthy. I reached out to my Facebook page and I said, does anybody have at-home fitness? Does anybody have an at-home fitness program? And my friend at work gave me T25, okay? She wasn't using it. She gave me T. Now, I want you to fathom this. I was over 350 pounds and my first program was T25. That was what I had to work with. I did not have BOD. I did not have UV2 with the dancing for like, you know, us big girls like me. I didn't have that shit. I had T25 and I had to figure it out. December 1st at 4 a.m. I woke up and I thought I was going to die. I was choking. I had acid reflux and it had come back up. My throat was burning. I couldn't breathe. I tore off my CPAP mask. And let me tell you, ladies, if you know anybody that wears those, they are sexy. They're so attractive to wear to bed, to lay next to somebody and to like have that, you know, like Darth Vader in bed. So I pulled it off. I ran to the kitchen and I ate a whole roll of gum. I went into the bathroom and I legitimately had a therapy session with myself. I looked in the mirror and I said, dude, we got to do something, right? We got to do something about this. And I put 25 in at 4 a.m. on December 1st, 2015. And I tell you what, 5 minutes into it, I hated Tanya and I wanted to punch Sean in the face. Okay? Tanya just had a baby and I couldn't keep up with her. And I couldn't do half the moves. And you want to know what? I jogged and played a lot of it. I just stayed moving. Honestly, like, I'm going to tell you right now, I did probably half of it. But for 25 minutes, I stayed moving. And when I was done, I had another therapy session with myself. I walked in the bathroom, the shower, and get ready for work and get 2 kids off to school before I worked an 8-hour shift in a hospital. I walked in and I said, that was the hardest 25 minutes of my life. And immediately as it came out of my mouth, I said, dude, it was only 25 minutes. Your whole day is hard. Your whole night is hard. You wear a mask to bed. You have acid reflux. You can't take stairs at work. And you're worried about a 25-minute work. That was ridiculous. I'll tell you what, I think you guys know what happened after that, right? You guys know what's going on now? I've completed 10 programs, all right? The one thing that I did the most, and I want to talk about this, I want you guys to like really focus on this. When I signed up to be a discount coach. Okay? Fathom this. I want you to wrap your mind around this. When I signed up with Beachbody, because I had my first program given to me, I was not drinking Shakeology. I was a single dad who could not afford a challenge pack, okay? My first bag of Shakeology was given to me for Christmas by my sister, my younger sister. She sent it to me. I cried when I got that box in front of the mailman, who was like, what is wrong with this dude? What is in this box that made this guy cry? And if anybody knows on this call, if you spill your shake, you cry too. Like, what was in the box was cryable material. I just didn't realize it at the time. So after a month of drinking Shakeology, I decided I needed to figure out how I was going to wrap my mind around doing this, because I couldn't afford it. I'm not advising that people do what I did. What I'm advising that you do that I did is, don't be afraid. Drop the fear. Have a little faith. Take a leap, right? I maxed out a credit card. I had $145 left on my credit card. My last credit card as a single parent, right? I went and bought a challenge pack. You want to know what I bought? I bought the 21-Day Fix Extreme. That was my second program. So my first program was T25. My second program was the 21-Day Fix Extreme. You want to know why? Because it was on promo that month, and it was $140. And I was able to save the $40 to be a discount coach. I got my first bag of Shakeology. I signed up to be a discount coach so that I could get 25% off my Shakeology. I did not intend to help anybody. I had no idea how I was going to pay my rent the next month. I didn't know how I was going to feed my kid. And I just spent the last $45 I had on a credit card to buy a challenge pack for myself. Because you know what? You want to know what my reasoning was? Doing something for yourself is not selfish. It is absolutely selfless. If I'm not the best person that I can be for my kids, I'm no good to them. If I didn't get healthy, I wasn't going to be able to go to work. I was probably going to die. I'm just being honest. I had to talk myself into that so bad. You know what? As parents had that parent guilt where they're like, I'm going to spend my last $5 on my kid. And usually it's on something stupid, like a toy or something, because that's our logic, that we think that we can just provide that happiness like that. No. My first month as a coach was February of 2015. I signed up at the end of January 2016, not 2015, sorry. January 21st, 2016, I signed up to be a coach. The month of February, I changed 7 lives. I paid for my next month of Shakeology. And I was like, okay. Not just that I paid for my Shakeology. I fed my kids. I kept my lights on. I've been unsuccessfully evicted from the apartment that I'm broadcasting to you from for the last 28 months. And that's only because I pay it late, but you know what? I pay it. And if it wasn't for this, I could not afford to pay my rent. I do not get child support. Okay? I do not. I never went through what most coaches go through. Afraid to talk about it phase. I never went through that I'm not messaging people phase. I never went through that I'm not reading personal development phase. I never went through the I'm not doing the vital behaviors phase. You want to know what I went through? I need to feed my damn kid phase. So I got an exercise I want everybody on this call to do right now with me, okay? I want you to think of somebody in your life that you love the most. It might be your kid, it might be your spouse, could be your mom, could be your aunt. I don't know who it is. Whoever that looks like in your life right now. If they're not there, I want you to write their name down. I want you to just think about them. I want you to visualize it. I want you to close your eyes and think of that person. If that person's there and nearby you, I want you to bring them in the room with you. Go get them right now. Shout. Get somebody in the room with you. If they're like close by, look at them, okay? Now I want you to think about this. The next time there's a business task that you don't want to do, the next time that you wake up and you want to hit snooze and don't want to do your workout, the next time that you don't want to do the things to excel in your life, I want you to think of that person, or right now, I want you to look them in the face and I want you to repeat after me. I'm not going to do it because you're not fucking worth it. Go ahead. If you can tell that person that they're not fucking worth it, then you're in the wrong business and you need to get out right now. All right? And if it was your kid, I bet you're looking at your kid and you're like, I can't even say that. Guess what? You just found some purpose that you probably didn't even know you had. You just found some purpose, some serious purpose right now. Okay, now here's the thing. This business is not complicated. You make it complicated for yourself. You want to know why? Because you're scared. And it's okay. It's okay to be scared. You're a human being. You should be scared. But you know what you should do? The things that you're afraid of, you should run towards that. You should crush that. You should break that down. Because on the other side of that, that's where you're going to create happiness. On the other side of that is success. On the other side of that is everything that you've ever really wanted. Because guess what? You hiding behind the fear right now, you're not there. You're not going to get there until you get past that. Right? So when you look at this business, and it's so simple, okay? It's so simple. You know, you've heard, I'm a single parent. I work full time. I do not have family here. I don't get that. Can you pick my kids up from school? I'm sick. I just need an hour. No, I don't. I don't. And I'm not telling you to compare yourself to me. I'm just telling you, somebody's got it worse and they're doing this. There are people that have it worse than me and they can do this. And I think to myself, well, shit, if they can do it, why can't I? Why can't I? You need to keep this business simple. You want to know what this business is? Relationship building business, and you're sharing something that changed your life. What are you so afraid to talk about? Every single person on this call bought a challenge pack that changed their life. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much weight you've lost. Every single person, you bought a challenge pack that changed your life. And you want to know why? Because it's real shit. We're not selling makeup. We're not selling wine. I'm not selling a patch. I'm not selling a monetary thing that brings happiness. What I'm selling is a fucking lifestyle. What I'm selling is something that you can create and you can show your children and you can be a role model to other people. I'm helping people create passion, right? So here's the thing. It's so easy. It's so easy. You just need to get out of your head, okay? There's 4 vital behaviors, and they call them vital behaviors because there's a reason. And you've probably already heard this before, but you know what? You're going to hear it the realest you've ever freaking heard it right now. And tomorrow, you're going to do all 4 of them. And you know why? Because you're going to think of that person that I told you to try and tell that they're not worth it. And you're going to go, you know what? This is non-negotiable. Watch this. Watch me work. The vital behaviors, they finally just changed that invite one. That's bullshit. What kind of dirty scumbag does that shit to people in messages? I'm not selling Herbalife. That's bullshit. I want to build a relationship with somebody. That's what I want to do. I want to learn about somebody. I want to find out what gets people out of bed. And if they don't have that, I'm going to help them find it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to attract them to me by showing up every day. I'm going to connect with them in a message and get to know them. Then I'm going to invite them to work with me, get healthy, find a passionate thing that makes them happy, whatever. And maybe it's not for them, but I won't know till I connect, okay? That's your first one. Your second one, you know what it is? Be a product of the product. I've lost 132 pounds. This shit ain't magic. It's not unicorn fucking powder. I don't have a fairy godmother who granted me wishes. What happened was I got up and I worked. And I don't mean like I followed a program, but I ate pizza because I'm living that 80-20 life. No, you need to cut that shit out. If you're in a program and you're a coach, be a coach. Follow the program. Learn about it. Teach others how to follow a program. Teach them how to learn about it. I have a girl that's working with me. She's lost 140 pounds. And you know what? She's probably got 200 more to go. And you know what? She's not slowing down. You know why? Because her coach taught her how to follow a meal plan and not to eat pizza when she was following the program and not to live the 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule is this. It's 80% nutrition, 20% fitness. Anybody can work out. Follow the program. Stop bullshitting yourself. Get a transformation. If you don't think you can get one, you're not working hard enough. Everybody can get one. Everybody can. And if you don't have one to get, you're going to get it with the next vital behavior. Personal development. If you're not reading books, go punch yourself in the face right now because you're doing yourself an injustice. I'm telling you, I'm absolutely telling you, anybody can get healthy. You're just going to be a healthier version of your miserable self. Read books. They'll change your life. For a year of doing this, I fought personal development. I was stubborn. I had an ego about it. I'm an alpha male. I don't need to read books. Wrong. As soon as I started reading books, my life changed better. As soon as I started reading books, I learned how to break down those insecurities that I still had. I learned how to shut that mean girl in my head up. I learned that I was bigger than any excuse anybody else had. I learned that what I was doing is bigger than who I am. I learned a lot of things, okay, with personal development. I learned a lot. I overcame depression and anxiety with no medication. I'm not recommending that for everybody, but I'm telling you it can be done. I don't get anxious anymore. I don't. You want to know why? I'm stress-free. I've learned. You want to know what I learned? I learned that I do not have control over outside events. Once I realized that, I found my strength.
There we go. Yeah, it wasn't.
Trina's on it. She's got it. Mute them. Yelling at their kids. Don't yell at your kids. I'll yell at your kids for you. Once you find strength, I'm going to share my February with you. The month of February this year, it started off great. I donated my time to the Special Olympics. I went and dove in the Atlantic Ocean. It was 36 degrees. So that was great. That was like a humbling experience for me. Then the following week, I went and I donated time to the Night to Shine event with the church and the Tim Tebow Foundation. I was a buddy guest for someone who has special needs for prom. And then the following week on Sunday, my father called me and told me he had prostate cancer. On Monday, I woke up. My dog was sick. I went to work that day. I came home a half a day, and my dog was dead in my apartment. That afternoon, I got a call. My grandmother was rushed to the hospital. She had fluid on her lungs. They found cancer cells in her lungs. She was later diagnosed that week with stage 4 lung cancer and given not too long to live. She's still kicking though. That Wednesday, my other grandmother fell in her kitchen. She laid there like a warrior till Friday, till my aunt found her. She was rushed to the hospital on Saturday. She had an emergency surgery. She had a stroke coming out of anesthesia, and by Sunday, she was a vegetable. She's still in rehab. On February 28th at 5:30 a.m., I was doing 80-day obsession because I'm a morning workout guy, and I still got up every fucking day and I did my workout. You know why? Because I don't have control over outside events. What I do have control over is being strong enough for my family, knowing that it's in God's hands and the doctor's hands, and I can't fix or change any of it. My phone rang. I thought for sure grandma was gone. One of them, right? My grandfather passed away. February was the toughest month of my life. And I was a coach doing it, working full-time and a single parent. And I hit fucking SC36. And you want to know why? Because I'm not going to lay in a hospital bed when I'm old and say, I wish I did more with my life. I wish I did more with my kids. I'm not going to be in a retirement home talking about what I wish I did, because I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it right now, okay? Personal development carried me through that. Whatever personal development looks like in your life, I don't care if it's books, it could be church, it could be community, it could be your team, it could be podcasts. Everybody has time for personal development. You need to do it. I'm telling you, it makes you a better person. People will be like, oh, what do you do for personal development? I don't know. What do you want to change in your damn life? What is it in your life right now that's holding you back? That's what you should do for personal development. Go Google that shit. Find a book, read reviews. Don't ask somebody else's opinion on what they think you should read. What do you think you should read? Maybe you need to read the Bible. I don't know what you need to read. I'm going to tell you right now, I read a book on parenting. That was part of my personal development. Is that on any of the PD lists in your team pages? Probably fucking not. You know why? I'm a single parent. I needed to learn how to parent. I'm a great dad, and I'm a better mom than most moms, but I'm not perfect. I'm not. And you know what? My son was breastfed on prescription drugs and alcohol. He's got issues, but they don't define him. He is amazing. I just need to know how to navigate for him. He didn't have a choice. He does now. So now we're fixing it, right? So I read a book on parenting. Personal development. I don't know if I drove that home enough. Do you guys understand how important personal development is? I hope so. And I hope if you're not reading something, you figure it out before the week is out. And then you post in your team page on a thread that Trina's going to make that says, what's everybody reading? And everybody shares what they're reading. And talk about it. Don't just start a book, finish it. Okay? The fourth vital behavior, simple, recognition. And I'm sure that you guys do it. I know that you do because you're coaches, right? But what do you do when you're a new coach and you don't got nobody to recognize? Simple. Recognize your damn self. Recognize a friend. Recognize a coach that's not even in your network. Find somebody on BOD. Find somebody in the Beachbody blog. Recognize the shit out of a transformation for 2B mindset. I don't give a damn what you recognize. I want you to recognize that what you do is so much bigger than who you are that you need to share it. Because if you don't, guess what? I want you to take a moment here. It's almost time to cry again, guys. It's almost time. I hope you're getting ready for this, okay? I want you to take a moment here and I want you to think about something. This doesn't make everybody cry because everybody comes from a different place, okay? But this usually affects some people harder than others. And it really affects me a lot when I do this exercise. I want you to think back to the person that you were before you started doing this. I want you to think back, if your life was miserable like mine was, I want you to think back to that person. I want you to think about the fact that if you don't share what you're doing, someone just like you who's in a situation just like yours is stuck because you didn't share, because you didn't get passionate enough to scream it from the rooftops, because you were what? Afraid to post on your page? Guess what? You're going to be judged for the rest of your damn life, whether you do something that makes you happy or not. So why don't you do this? Why don't you just get judged for the shit that makes you happy? Judge my happiness, bitches. I don't give a shit. You want to judge me? Judge me on my happiness. Because you're going to judge me anyways, because people suck. Okay? The people that don't suck, they need your help. All right? I want you guys to do something for me. I want you to set some intentions tomorrow. I want you to set some intentions for your life. I want you to understand something. This is not about making $1 million. This is not about rank. You can make a successful living being a diamond coach weekly by just changing people's lives, whether they're a customer, whether they're on BOD. It's not about success points. It's not about challenge packs. It's not about business. If you do the vital behaviors, everything else is going to fall into place, I promise you. But you have to do them. You have to message people. You have to talk about what you're doing. You need to post about it. You need to be consistent. If you're not consistent, nobody gives a shit what you're doing. They think that you're just going to fall off. They're waiting for you to give up. That way they can say, you know what? That's why I didn't do that. I knew you were going to do that. Don't let them bitches be right. Don't let them be right. I want you to make a list of people you want to tell fuck you. And I want you to write down all those names. And then I want you to be able to not say it to them, but to show. I want you to be so awesome that all those people that judged you in your life, all those people that said you were part of a pyramid scheme, say you drank the Kool-Aid, I want all those people to be like, damn, can I join you? How do I do what you're doing? I have people that want to go to Mexico. I was in Mexico with Trina and Jeff. We went to Mexico. I swam with fucking dolphins. That was a childhood dream. A little kid. What made it happen? No. I swam with dolphins. And how did that happen? Easy. I'm in messages. I'm helping people change their life every single day. Okay? I want to give you a couple tips on how to really rock your business now, okay? I want you to start being intentional with your posts. I want you to bring value. Stop posting your salad. Nobody gives a shit. Unless in that post, you talk about why you're eating it, how it makes you feel, how it fits into your meal plan. Share something. Don't just, here's my salad. Everybody's doing that. Like, seriously. You go on Instagram, everybody's doing that. Stop taking pictures with your damn Shakeology cup. I don't give a shit. I already know that you're a Beachbody coach. I want you to actually strip everything that says Beachbody off of your page. I want you to start developing curiosity marketing. I want you to start calling yourself an online health and fitness consultant, online health and fitness coach. I want you to start talking about how you're a network marketing entrepreneur. I want you to share you. I want you to start making a brand. I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't know who I am and you start following me, you're going to know like quick. People know my brand. People know what I'm about. And that's because I'm consistent, okay? I want you to figure out who you are. I want you to write down 5 things that describe you. 5 things. If you're a mom, you're a mom. If you like to sew, you like to sew. If you like to go hiking, if you're a runner, if you like to cook, if your daughter's in dance, you're a dance mom. If your son plays soccer, you're a soccer mom. If your kids play hockey, you're a hockey mom. I want you to write down 5 things. Like, think of the 5 things that your friends would say about you, right? Then I want you to do this. I want you to join some damn groups of people that are just like that. And then I do not want you to post about challenge groups in there. I don't want you to ask people to do fit. No, I want you to talk to other moms. I want you to talk to other dads. I want you to build a relationship with people. They're going to come to your page. They can see what you're doing on your page, not in the group. Build a relationship, okay? I want you to put yourself out there. You interact, comment, like stuff, make new friends. That's where you find the people that add to your page, not in the people you may know. The people you may know, they're Beachbody coaches because you're friends with 50 other Beachbody coaches. Don't add those people. I mean, I probably, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to keep it real. I have 5,000 friends, give or take. Some drop off. I delete douche canoes that are negative, like whatever. But I have 5,000 people on my page, right? And at the end of the day, probably a good 2,000 of them are Beachbody coaches, okay? Why do I have so many on my page? Honestly, I've built some great friendships and relationships with a lot of coaches, okay? And I've helped bail a lot of people out in their tough times of life, and I have them on my page. And it's good to keep coaches on your page that you connect with and that are like-minded and stuff, because you know what, at the end of the day, you want to keep your feed positive too. But you also got to find people to work with, okay? So that's where my business page comes and my Instagram and all that stuff. So when you're sharing, you're doing those posts, you're bringing value, I want you to tell a story, okay? I want you to be positive. I want you to speak to your people, okay? I want you to learn how to talk to people. I want you to understand something. I want you to not, like, make live videos. Live videos are Trump right now. That's where everything is. Video is king, because you know what? People get to see your personality. They get to learn about you. It's funny, I did a webinar today with an author of a book that I'm reading. Great book, 1% Rule. You can get it. You don't get it, I don't give a shit what you do. It helps me. It helps my business. But the author of the book, he's also a life coach. He's a great friend of mine. But I developed that friendship online, okay? And I sent Trina the link to the webinar. She can share it with you guys. It's a great exercise. It's a great business exercise. But I want you to listen for a part where he shares. And he says, I've never met Craig. We've talked, in messages and brief. He says, but I know him. Like I know who he is. Like when we've talked recently, it's like we've known each other for 10 years. How? Because of social media, because of live video. He does live videos. I do live videos. That's like, he's gotten to know me through following me. I've gotten to know him through his podcast, his books, and his videos. So like, you need to help your people get to know you. So you got to tell a story, right? And I'm not saying you need to do it every day. You just trickle it in, like sprinkle it. What's your story? So here's your story. It's so easy. And you can like go write it down. Write it down somewhere. Type it out. Type it in the notes of your phone. Remind yourself and start your story. I don't mean like you were 6 years old and you dropped your ice cream and you were devastated for life. Like if that was a moment of your life that set the tone, then yeah, go back that far. But no, you only need to go back to where we were when we discussed the person you were before you started doing this. Where were you at mentally? Like where were you at mentally and physically? Like were you a fucking mess like I was? Like start there. Who were you? That's the beginning of your story. Who you were before Beachbody, okay? The next part, it's 3 parts. The next part of your story is simple. It's going to be, what's changed? What have you done with Beachbody? How is your life different now? What do you have in your life? Have you lost weight? Have you made friendships? Have you built a business? Are you feeding your kids? Did you make an income? Did you earn enough this month to pay a car payment? What is it? That's the shit that you share. And I don't want you to think that you're not bragging. You're not. Trust me. I just shared that I went to Mexico. I'm not bragging. You want to know what I'm doing? I earned that fucking trip. Every ounce of that trip I earned. Okay? I earned that trip. The last part of your story is simple. Where are you going? What's your mission? What do you intend to do with Beachbody now that you're part of it? What was your life before? How has your life changed? Where are you going? That's your story. Anybody can make that story. I don't care if you're just started coaching this week. You can make that story. Everybody's got that story. Talk a little bit about your past. Okay? I'm telling you, people, they relate to a struggle more than they do a success. If you posted tomorrow that you won the lottery, people would congratulate you, but they'd be like talking shit behind your back, like, oh, she doesn't deserve that shit. Like, no. But if you came on and you said, I just can't even mom anymore. Like, I went in the bathroom, I had to shut the door. There was a kid screaming outside the door. I just wanted 5 minutes. I just wanted 5 minutes for myself and I couldn't have it. I'm having a breakdown. All I want is a glass of wine. Like, I just need 5 minutes. Like, who can relate? You're going to have 150 moms say, I feel you, girl. I feel you. You got to be relatable. You got to, okay? So I did share that I'm busy too, right? I want to share this with you guys. You guys all do power hours, right? Everybody raise your hand if you've done a power hour. Keep it up because I want to look through this page. Everybody that's done a power hour. Everybody. Jeff, put your hand up, you prick. Let me, power hour. Everybody that's done a power hour. All right, check this out. I've been a coach for 2 years. Well, over 2 years now. I've never done a power hour. I power day, bitches. I power all day. It's called Power Pockets, okay? Here's what you do when you're busy. I do my best work in the bathroom, just like Jeff Dingman. I do my best work in the bathroom. And here's the thing. Power Pockets are simple. You got 5 to 10 minutes of designated time. You could set a timer, okay? Exactly. That's why I call it my office too, girl. You could set a time. You could do this at the table, Power Pockets. You don't have to. It's not exclusive to the throne. All right. You can do it at the table. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay. I'm telling you, do this. Pick what business task you're going to do. If it's going to be messages, do it. Okay. I'm going to get real with you guys in a second here. Okay. So here's the thing. Set it for 10 minutes and messages. Okay. I want you to send messages for 10 minutes. I don't want you to get out of Messenger. I don't want you to answer the messages coming back in. I want you to send messages for 10 minutes. I don't want you to scroll Facebook and watch those tasty fucking videos. I don't care how much cheese is on that bread, Beverly. I'm not eating it anyways. It's not on my meal plan. Stop watching that shit and teasing yourself. You just wasted 5 minutes of your life watching them roll hot dogs and pastries and stick them in the oven. That's ridiculous. Utilize your time better. Seriously. And stop posting memes like seriously? Send them to your buddy like in a message, but like real quick because it's hilarious, but like stop. Like you got better things to be doing with your time, okay? Set that 10 minutes, you're sending messages out. Do not answer messages as they come back in. I do not want you to open those messages ever. What I want you to do is this. 10 minutes sending messages, alarm goes off. No fires are set in the house. Your kids are still alive. Set another 10-minute message, another 10-minute alarm, right? Do another 10 minutes. Now you can do follow-ups. Go answer those messages, okay? Go do that. Follow up with the people that you needed to reach out to last month. Set another timer for 10 minutes. Little Billy just punched Johnny in the face. Like, it's cool. Like, he's going to stop bleeding in the 10 minutes. Like, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be cool. Like, there's going to be no meltdowns for 10 minutes, okay? Do it. Power pockets. If you do have to stop your timer. Handle your business, come back, start your timer, and then handle your business. It's simple. Nothing works unless you work, okay? All right? So here's the thing. Your power pockets are your dedicated time. What I do, first thing in the morning, I get up. I get up at like 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I'm usually in my challenge group live. I'm usually getting ready for my workout. I probably message this chick I've been talking to because I like to brighten up her morning. You should brighten up people's mornings, trust me. Then I send myself a message in Messenger. Did you know you can do that? If you didn't know you can do that, figure it out now. Send yourself a message. This is what you're going to send. You're going to send yourself a voice clip. This is awesome. This is awesome sauce right now. You're going to send yourself a voice clip, and you're going to say this. Hey, I just wanted to touch base with you. I know that we talked about maybe doing something in the past. Maybe it's not the right time for you, or maybe this isn't the right fit, but I wanted to reach out one last time. Let me know if you're not interested so I can take you off my list, because I don't want to waste your time anymore. You just told them a couple things. One, you give a shit about them because you're reaching out. Two, you give a shit about them because you don't want to waste their time. 3, they're on a list. People hate being taken off the list, okay? People do not want to be taken off the list. They don't, okay? So here's the thing. You tell them that you're going to get an answer. You're going to get an answer, and it's either going to be like, yeah, no, I'm not interested, or they're going to be like, no, wait. Message me on Friday. We'll talk about it on Friday. When they say the word Friday, a line comes under that in the message, okay? I want you to touch the word Friday, and then it's going to say, set a reminder, and you're going to go, yes. You're going to call people on their bullshit. Because guess what? An hour before that time that you set, you both get a reminder. Then you get a reminder again. And then you can be like, you can just tell them when the reminder comes up, you're like, oh, I'm just setting a reminder because I'm so terrible. I always forget. Blame yourself. People are like, oh, all right, cool. Like, they're busy. I get it. I tell people I'm busy because guess what? I am. I'm busy as shit. I like waste time watching tasty videos and screw around in messages with people that don't want to change their life. Like, I don't have time for energy suckers. I don't. That's how I weed them out. So after you make yourself that voice clip, make sure it's general, okay? When you're done sending yourself that voice clip, there's a little box and arrow next to it. You can click that box, and you can individually send it to whoever you want, as many people as you want, without Messenger or Facebook blocking you. Guess what? I can send 50 messages out in the morning before I go work my full-time job. When people say, I don't have time to message people. Yeah, you do. It took me 5 fucking minutes. Took me 5 minutes. And you know what? I messaged 50 people with a general message. They're not going to message each other and be like, oh my God, did Craig message you about that challenge group he has starting up? They don't know that I sent it to 50 other people. I mean, if they're a coach and they're working with me now, they know I did. But other than that, like, new people don't know, right? Send it out. And then I don't have to answer anybody. I can go to work all day. Guess what? When I get home, I have shit to actually work with. I'm not like, oh, it's going to empty inbox. I don't know what to do with myself. Maybe I should do a power hour and like watch tasty videos. No. Go answer those messages. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Start answering those messages, okay? People always ask me about how often should I post? What should I post about? I know that everybody's on different time zones, okay? I'm on the East Coast. So for me right now, I don't even know what time it is. It's probably late. It's probably like 10 o'clock. Here's the thing. There are posting times, okay? It doesn't matter where you live. There are specific times you should be posting, okay? Here are the times that you should be posting. Everybody get a pen and pad or rewatch. You're going to rewatch this anyways because you're going to be like, shit, there was so much I missed. I need to go rewrite all this stuff. Posting times. People are shitty, you know that? Do you remember I said that earlier? I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that for the rest of your life. But I also want you to remember this. Not everybody in this world is shitty. And coaches need to step up and start changing that. We're changing the world one person at a time, coach. Okay? We're bringing positive messages to people, all right? So here it is. Posting times. 6 a.m. 6 a.m. You want to know why? If you're up. If you're not up, don't worry about it. 6 a.m. Every single person, when they wake up in the morning, whether they're a coach or not, and I don't do this, just so you know. I make it very pertinent not to get into messages, not to get into Messenger, not to get into emails. I don't want to see a coach cancellation first thing when I wake up. That's not starting my day right. Shitty people pick up their phone and they're like, right away, they're on their phone, scrolling Facebook. What did everybody do while I was sleeping? I have FOMO. I missed something. At 6 a.m., if you posted, the first thing they're going to see is you. They're going to see your positive ass, smiling, sweating, being like, guess what, bitches? I'm up, crushing life. I just kicked life in the balls this morning. I don't know what you're doing with your day, but you know what? I killed it. 6 a.m., you're going to post, right? 9 a.m., you're going to post. You want to know why? Stay-at-home moms have gotten rid of their kids. They actually have that minute where they're like, oh, I'm going to go watch those tasty videos now. And when they're watching the tasty videos, you're going to be in their feed because you posted at 9 a.m. You're going to be right in between the pepperoni bread and the hot dog rolls, okay? And the cucumber sandwich or whatever it is. The next time you're going to post is noon, okay? Why? Because it's lunchtime and people are shitty and they're on their phone at lunch. Or they're at work and they're on their phone, right? Because that's the only time they have their phone. And what are they doing? They're scrolling social media. Because people are shitty, remember? We're shitty people. We are. We don't connect like we should with people. We don't. We don't. It's an old ancient art being an actual person, calling somebody up on the phone, going and meeting somebody for coffee. Instead, we go on their Facebook page and we judge them. That's just what happens nowadays. The next time you're going to post is 3 p.m. because guess what? Parents are in the waiting line to pick up kids. They're scrolling Facebook. People are just leaving work. People are stuck in traffic. People are on their afternoon break. Are you seeing like a trend? You're getting people when they're shitty and they're on their phone, okay? If you post at these times, you're more likely to be recognized if you're consistent, okay? Until you have a following. I want to preface that because once you have a following, you can post at 2 fucking a.m. and people are going to follow. I'm telling all of the UK, I have people everywhere. I have people in Australia that follow me. Until you have a following, you need to be very mindful and be posting with intent, okay? The next time you post 5 to 7, they're eating dinner, watching TV, on social media, wishing that they could change their life because they feel shitty about their life. And you're going to help them because guess what? You're posting. because there's your happy, shiny face, right? Big smile on it. And smile in your pictures, for fuck's sake. Why aren't you smiling? Like, what are you afraid of? It doesn't hurt. Just smile. The golden post. The golden post. The golden post. 9 p.m. 9 p.m. And you know what? This just hit me. This has never hit me before. I was trying to like think of who I could describe, for the 9 p.m. people. It's people that are in bed. And I thought about how I used to go to bed because I resented my alcoholic, drug addict wife, and I wished I could change my life. And I wished maybe I ran across some of you positive mofos back then and maybe did something sooner. But you know what? God had every intention for me to go through what I did so that I could teach everybody else a lesson. Okay? But that doesn't mean everybody's out there to be teaching lessons. Doesn't mean everybody else is out there built to go through the shit that I've gone through. So if I post at 9 p.m., maybe I could reach that guy. Maybe I could reach that woman. Okay? That's the thing, right? If we don't share our mess and make our mess our message, then what good is it to be a coach? Right? What good is it? You're in the wrong business if you're not going to share a little bit. And you know what? I get it. Listen, when I started coaching, I had open criminal cases with my ex-wife, restraining order cases, a divorce case, a custody case, a guardianship case, and I was being investigated by Child Protective Services. There was a lot that I could not share. I still shared, though. I shared that I was going through some shit. I shared that I was in cases. I couldn't share about what was going on in the cases until each one closed out and I was able to be like, you know what? Here's what happened. And you know what the most fulfilling feeling ever was? Letting all of that go and sharing it. Letting go of that is the greatest, just letting go, period. Go to my Facebook page. I want you to watch it because it's a great lesson on letting go. Go to my Facebook page and search. I can't believe I'm about to say this. And it's a black and white video, okay? Watch that video. I'm not even going to tell you what it's about. Just go watch that video. That was a really tough moment in my life. And I want you to watch it for the perspective. I shared it. You know why? Because maybe somebody else needed to hear it. I know that it's had about 4,000 views, I think. So that means it's been needed to be heard about 4,000 times, right? I want you guys to find your why and your purpose. If you don't have your why and your purpose yet, and I know that we say, you know, your why should make you cry and all that good stuff. Your why needs to evoke emotion, period. Whether it makes you cry or whatever it does, it doesn't matter. I want to tell you something about one of my whys. My why is my children, like you guys know that. My other why is to build abundance in a business. I found a passion in coaching. I want to do this full time. I do not want to work at my full-time job that I have. I openly talk about that, not publicly on my Facebook page because I still work there, but they pretty much know that my passion is this and not that. My ex-wife, on her way out the door, she told me that I was a fat fuck, a piece of shit, and I'd never amount to anything. Remember that list I told you to make earlier? That FU list of people? I have one of those lists. There's not very many people on there. she's at the top of the page. It's crazy too, because I don't have to tell you that I'm a good guy. I think you guys kind of picked that up, but I never listened to her when we were married. Why would I start listening to her now, right? Why would I listen to her now? So, I'm not any of those things that she said. I'm not. And you know what? I don't even have to tell her. I'm on social media showing her every single day by people posting on my page thanking me for helping change their life, by people reaching out and saying I needed to hear that message today, by people asking me to come and speak to their team on calls, by being able to win $1,000 for changing my life with the Beachbody Challenge, for being a possible finalist at Summit this year, for being able to be a positive influence in my children's lives. Look at all of the positives that you get by focusing and just doing good things, right? There's nothing bad about this. There's nothing scary about this. This is simple. All you have to do is those 4 vital behaviors we talked about, and everything's going to fall into place. I promise you. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen the end of the week. You need to build consistency. This is a relationship building business. Okay? Okay, last exercise. And then we'll open questions for a couple. And then I'll let people go. Like, we don't need to hold you on here for, I could talk for 6 fucking hours. So, here's the exercise. Everybody, I want you to close your eyes. I want you to think about 1 year from now. I want you to make a detailed look of what that looks like in your life. I want you to think about where you are. I want you to think about who's there, who's with you. What are you doing 1 year from now? 1 year from now, where are you? What are you doing? You're traveling. Are you living a life of abundance? What are you doing? Like, what is your goal? Think of a year from now, okay? I want you to envision yourself. I want you to see yourself walking across a stage being recognized for something. I want you to think about the vacation on the beach. I want you to think about going on a cruise with your kids. I want you to envision something 1 year from now. Where do you see yourself? I want you to think about your future self, right? I want you to think about how awesome that is, okay? And then I want you to look back at the year. I want you to look back at all the shit that you went through last year. I want you to think about how much you overcame to get to the year from now. I want you to think about all the stuff that you went through last year, all the adversity, all the hard times, all the storms, all those times where you could not change what was going on in your life. And then I want you to think about all the things that you did change. I want you to think about all the change you made. I want you to think about how you crushed your fitness. I want you to think about how you crushed your business. I want you to think about how many lives you've changed. Where do you see yourself a year from now? I hope you see a smile on your face, because I see one on mine. And I see one on my kids. And I see one on my coaches. Okay? Now, tomorrow, you're going to set an action plan for yourself with realistic goals. I know we all talk about dreaming big. We all talk about 100 times that shit, 10x that shit. Yeah, that's amazing. If you're going to make an action plan, that's 10x too. If you're not, stop bullshitting yourself. Set realistic goals and start crushing them tomorrow. Start kicking down the walls of your comfort zone tomorrow. Start doing all the things tomorrow. The best time to have started doing this business was a year ago. The second best time is right now. Let's go. Let's roll, bitches. I'm ready. All right. Do you have any questions?
Wow. Does anybody want to unmute themselves and you can just throw it out, or maybe throw it in the chat in case there's a bunch of them, and then.
I'll unmute myself because I gotta say hi to single parents. Okay, so Craig, you probably don't remember, but I met you and I was very happy to meet you in Mexico because I've been looking for a single parent coach to follow. Anyway, my question is, I noticed that I see in your stories sometimes you bring your kids with you to coffee shops and you do your business work and you let your kids watch shows or play games. How much time do you actually do that for?
As often as possible.
I mean, like in the coffee shop, let's say you're sitting there, like, is that an hour? Is that 2 hours?
As long as my can put, as soon as he gets rambunctious, see, for me, my son owns the place when we go to the coffee shop. Cooper pretty much thinks he's Tom Cruise. So he thinks he's famous. So everywhere we go, people are always high-fiving him and stuff. So a reflection of me in a coffee shop is probably a little bit different for other parents. But I don't have cable. I don't have Wi-Fi. The reason I go to the coffee shop is to do my business on Wi-Fi when I need to use my laptop to have coffee. The lighting is great. It's awesome for pictures, and it gets me the hell out of my house. Because you know what? I'm so glad you said this. This is the same apartment I shared with my ex-wife, and I hate this fucking apartment, and I need to get the hell out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. So anytime I can, I leave. Anytime I can, when I'm doing business, I'm gone. So I go to the coffee shop, I get Wi-Fi, and I'm out. But it's not secluded to the coffee shop. I sometimes go to the library. In the summer, I go outside. I go connect with nature, you know? It all depends on what's going on, you know? But here's the thing. A lot of single parents, a lot of parents, forget about just single parents. A lot of parents are like, oh, I can't do my business because my kids, like I make a live video. My son runs out here in his underwear screaming at me. Sometimes it happens. Like, you know what? I roll with it. You know why? Because that's relatable as shit, right, Jennifer? People are like, you know what? If he can do that with a crazy ass kid like that, I can do that too. My kids are nuts, right? I don't know if that helped you at all, but that's insight to my life.
Thank you.
Anybody else got a question?
Come on, don't everybody talk at once. I hate when everybody talks. Seriously, you have me right now. You don't have a question. Like, ask me anything. There's no such thing as like a question that's not irrelevant. Like, ask me anything. Ask me life questions, not just coaching. I don't give a shit what you ask me. Like, you have me right now.
Do you aim to message a certain amount of people every day? Like, do you sort that out like daily, or do you just kind of hit it as hard as you can each day, or do you have like a personal goal that like I want to talk to 30 people a day, or you know, anything like that?
So I've found on average, I've found most coaches are successful when they message at least 30 people, because 30 people, at least one will change their life. In the beginning, I used to message anywhere from 50 to 100 people because I was an overachiever. And I really wanted to make this business work. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Right now, I do not message people as often as I did when I started. Okay? So I want you to fathom that. And I don't mean that it's going to work out like this for you. I'm just saying what's happening for me. I have a huge following right now. I also have a really big transformation. I'm also kind of inspirational and motivational, and I got my shit together, so people want to hear what I have to say. People message me now. People want to work with me now. People 2 years ago that I message me now and say, okay, I'm ready now. People 2 years ago that told me I was drinking the Kool-Aid and this was a pyramid scheme are asking if I'm hiring now. If you really want to rock this business, you should set a goal to, and I don't say every day, maybe every other day, message 50 people, right? Let me show you something. People are like, how do you track it all? I'm like, I don't really. I mean, I do. I do. Don't get me wrong. I do. I'm old school. All right. So I have a notebook. Now, I write names, okay? I write names. I keep lists. I'm trying to find one. Okay. Month to month, okay? I take like a week each month, and I make a new list, a new page in my notebook, okay? You see there's like highlighters. It's just like, it's my shit. Like nobody else is using, like it's me. So blue is people that I signed up. Pink is people that said, catch me next month. Yellow is people that said, I'm not interested. Like whatever. I have a system. I told you I'm pretty good dad and I'm a better mom than most. Like I plan shit. Okay. Now here's the thing. I'll go back through these lists. Those are my follow-ups. Those are those messages. I really do have a list. Even though I'm telling them I'm going to take them off my list, I really do have a list. Maybe they're on there, maybe they're not. It doesn't matter. They don't need to know whether they are or not. But here's the thing, right? When you're doing that and you're making these lists, those are your follow-ups, okay? So when you're doing your 10 minutes of follow-ups, go back to this list. Don't be in your messages. Don't be talking to other people. I want you to like send it to each individual person and go through your list. Go through your follow-ups. Those are going to be your connections for next month. Those are going to be your SC points next month. Just continue to go through your list. Make a new list next month, right? Your new list is what you work off of. Your last month list is your follow-ups and the month before and the month before. Like, you should always have somebody to be able to message. Just always, like you're just building it. You're building a business. You're building an address book. You're building a clientele. I have a Google Doc, not a Google Doc. What the fuck is it called? It's like a health recommendation page with Google Doc. And it asks a bunch of questions and it generates an email to me and it gives me an email. And you know what, Trina, I'll send you mine. I'll send you a sample of mine. That way you can go in and you can go to Google Docs and make your own.
Cool.
You can just copy what I did.
Share that with the team.
Yeah.
I think that's the important thing to focus on. Like everybody tracks things differently. So, whatever works for you, like he said, he's got his system. So if you're a newer coach or maybe you're watching the recording of this video later and just wondering like, how the hell do I keep all that organized? It took me I won't even lie. Okay. I've been a coach for 4 years. I've been tracking people now for like 30 days. Okay, maybe more than that. But I never was, consistent about making a list, and I lost, connect and people that I genuinely cared about. Just because you're not an elephant, you can't remember everything, right? So now I use Streak to have that down to a simplified process. But I mean, everybody does things differently, and I love that you said you got system that works for you, right? So if you're a new coach, just like Craig said, whatever speaks to you, just freaking do it. But please, for the love of all that's holy, people, keep track of your business because it will help you.
Yes.
It will help you so much.
So here's the thing. Let's add to that, Trina. You know what? The reason why I keep papers like this, as I was talking about earlier, where I call people on their bullshit and their messages, I set reminders, because I lose people. Guess what? I work full time. I'm a single dad. I'm not always by the pen and pad. I don't do Streak. I don't do Team Z. And what's the other one?
There's the social team builder now. What's that one called? My business connector.
My connection.
My connection builder. What's the other one?
Yeah, I don't buy into that bullshit. I don't buy into that bullshit. This is gonna sound shitty, and I don't want to do this to anybody, but I got to. social team builder. I do not know a single person who did that training and is a 5-star elite coach right now. I don't know anybody that built a business after paying Jesse for that training. He's a great guy. He actually has like great advice and stuff. But if you want to invest into your business, I say you invest into some actual business things, like get yourself a life coach or get yourself a business coach that's actually going to like guide you and teach you how to like get your head out of your ass. Jesse's not going to do that, but that comes later. That's not for new coaches anyways. That's like new coaches. What you need to concentrate on is do your workout, drink a shake, read a book, message people. That's it. Those things. If you just did that, you're going to be emerald, then you're going to be diamond, then you're going to have a business. All you need to do is be in a program, do it. I'm not talking about like pretend you're doing it and kind of follow the meal plan. Do it. Get something to share at the end of it. Be in a program, drink a shake every single day, read personal development, and share it. Whether it's in messages or on your page, just share those 3 things. That's it. This business really is that simple. I know you're like, oh my God, we just did like an hour-and-a-half call, like on all kinds of crazy shit. That's all I needed to know. That's it.
It's true.
But you motivated the fuck out of us.
Yeah, but did you hear Jeff?
That's why we're here, Jeff, right? That's why God put me in your path, bro.
I've shared some.
That's why you put me.
I've shared some of your stuff in the past before with our team. Yeah. So I mean, anyone in our team has seen some of your videos cross our team page. So because I see it and I know people who need to hear it and some of those things too, right? So.
And sometimes, you can hear
Absolutely.
something from like 5 different people, and it's not until you hear it from one specific person that like, we can all talk about the 4 vital behaviors 100 times, but sometimes you just hear it from somebody else, and for some reason their story or the way they put it across, it connects with you, and then bam, you just go do stuff, right? And that's the great thing about this freaking community, that I don't care if you're a brand new coach or if you've been in this business for however many years, you have something to add value to share. So freaking share, and listen, for goodness sakes.
And the best part for me, so that you guys understand, when I share this stuff with people, that's when I have my breakthroughs.
Mm-hmm. True.
I have my breakthroughs speaking. Like I had that breakthrough of the guy in bed that used to go to bed to avoid his wife because he was in a miserable relationship. Like I've been coaching for just over 2 years. I've never had that breakthrough until tonight. Like that's how it works. So keep that in mind. Like open up, share stuff. Like that's when you have your breakthroughs.
Amen. So true. Or sometimes you like teach something to your coaches, and it's not until you actually hear yourself say it that you get your aha moment. You're like, I actually know that. I've known that for years, but I don't do it. But now that I told everybody to do it, I don't do that thing. Like, it's funny those little breakthroughs, but so true. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everybody that came on this call that listened. Thank you for participating. And go out and do something. I love what Craig said. Just friggin' take action. Like it is simple.
Let's do it. Don't be scared. We have a saying here. Some of us coaches in New England, and you guys know Haley Christian?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys see her on like she's awesome. She's one of my gangsta rap connection buddies. So like I watched her grow her business. I watched her go from a diamond coach to a 10-star diamond in like months. Like I'm talking like couple months. Like all of a sudden it just went. And you want to know what happened? She had this aha moment. She wasn't messaging people. She wasn't doing all the things. She was just kind of like there. She was posting. She was doing, like, I don't know if you guys follow her, but she's not really doing anything different. She's just doing what she was supposed to be doing. And we have a saying, don't be a bitch, hit send. Like, what are you afraid of? Guess what? They're not working with you already. What are you afraid of for messaging somebody being like, I legit, when people hit my Instagram and stuff, I'm like, I look at their Instagram. If they're into fitness, if they're even into fitness, I know that they're not a Beachbody coach. I go, oh, so awesome that you follow me. Like, are you a coach too? And they're like, what's a coach? Like, and I'm like, oh, you don't know? Like, you should totally talk to me. Like, we need to talk, you know? Or if somebody hits my messenger, like, or my stories, and they like send like a smiley face or a thumbs up or something, I always just write back, why aren't we working together? I don't even know who they are. Like, I always just throw it out there. Like, I don't give, what's the worst that they're going to say? What do you mean working together? That's what I get most often. What do you mean working together? And I'm like, well, you're obviously on my page. You don't know what I do? And they're like, oh no, like I kind of see that like you're into like fitness and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, so why aren't we working together? Well, I don't know. I don't know either. That's why I asked you. When are we getting on a call to talk about it? Well, I can talk right now. Cool, let's do this.
Oh, too awesome. Seriously. Yeah.
So then do you actually phone them, or do you just have a call over DM or something, or just chat over DM?
Well, it all depends. I would rather get them on a phone call personally. That's just
Okay.
me. So like, here's my thing. I'm big on voice clips and phone calls because you know what? You can lose a lot in text and translation, and nobody wants your word vomit. Nobody wants you to puke letters on them. Do you want somebody to puke a bunch of letters on you? No, you don't. Guess what? 9 times out of 10, they're not even going to read it, right? If it's a lot of stuff. So I try to keep things brief. I try to get on a phone call. If I can't get on a phone call, I do have a no bullshit response that I send to people. Jeff, you've seen my no bullshit response, right? I'm pretty sure he has. I'll send it to you guys anyways. Again, if you don't already have it, Jeff, I'll send it to you or Trina. But my thing is phone calls. Phone calls are Trump. Phone call or messenger or video chat. Like, I'm not afraid to do that. You might be. I don't know what it looks like in your life. Maybe you're more comfortable in text. Do that. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I can tell you, like, when you become a successful coach and you're Emerald or above and you hit SC10 and you get those paid leads or you get free leads, you get an email address, and 9 times out of 10, you get a phone number. You want to know what I do with it? I text them. I text them and I say, hey, I got your information passed on to me from the customer service department of Team Beachbody. I'm your coach. When's a great time for us to connect?
That's awesome.
When's a great time for us to connect? I want to help you. Help me help you by telling me when I can talk to you. I've had people text me back, stop. And I'm like, what do you think? This is automated? Like, I just, like, what is this stop shit? Like, press yes if you want to do. Like, no, this isn't automated, you know? And once they realize that I'm a real person and they come to my Facebook page and we get to know each other, you know what? I've had coaches become successful after that as a lead.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a matter of building relationships, even with them, right?
So true.
So yeah, calls.
Damn, you are so funny and so awesome. Seriously. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Trina.
Do we also have
You're
other
welcome, Jeff.
questions before we like shut her down? So y'all can go message some people. Oh, Jen's got one more. I see this. What's the signal? What's the signal?
I'm just wondering, Craig, have you ever had a time since you started, like you had a backslide or depression or anything where you're going this way and all of a sudden you went down and you didn't know how to share or how to post about what you were going through at the time? Obviously you shared with us, or February was crazy. That's insane, all the shit you went through. But like, I'm talking about mental health issues. I don't know if you've been through depression, but I actually went through depression in February and March, and I found it to be incredibly challenging for the first time as a coach. I do have a history of depression and anxiety. I thought it was behind me because I thought, oh, maybe it wasn't depression. Maybe it was just a bad marriage. But as it turned out, it still hit me all of a sudden out of nowhere, and it caught me off guard. And I didn't know how to continue coaching or sharing positivity when I could barely pull my shit together to shower, you know. And I felt like depression is something that I've heard about other coaches struggling with, but I don't know. I don't want to be fake. I don't want to say shit that isn't true at the time, but I can talk about where I know I'm going to end up again because I have the right support. Anyway, can you share about that? Like if you've
Well, you know what? So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Jennifer. You're not going to win every fucking day. You got to get that out of you. You're not going to win every day. But if you don't win the day, right, you're going to win the week, okay? And if you don't win the week, you're going to win the month. If you don't win the month, win the year. You need to stay focused on the fact that gratitude is something that also needs consistency, okay? I wake up every single day grateful. Every single day. This is what's really helped my anxiety and my depression. Does it come back? Yes. Do I fight it? Every damn day. Here's the thing. Every single day I wake up grateful, and you know, whatever it looks like in your life, if you believe in God, then it's God. If you believe in the universe, it's the universe. For me, now, currently, I wake up in the morning and I say, thank you, God, for another day alive. I'm about to get up out of bed. Some people are not physically capable of getting up and walking out of bed. I'm going to go work out today because some people are not physically capable of doing so. I'm going to read a book. I'm going to work on my mental health, my personal development, because some people do not have the mental capacity of changing theirs. I'm grateful and I'm blessed to be able to do all that I do. Thank you for giving me this day, another day. And then I start my day. And you want to know something? I'm going to tell you right now, I thought that was bullshit at first, and I didn't do it at first. And then the first couple of times I did it, I thought I was a weirdo. Like I thought it was stupid. And I think a lot of it was male ego, to be honest with you. But the more I did it, the more I realized that I am grateful. And the more I did it, the more I realized as those bad days came, or as shit storms happened, or as God tested me, I was able to get through them a lot better, okay? Because I was in the right frame of mind. Because I started my day off in the right frame of mind. My biggest struggle is anxiety attacks, and I haven't had many of them. Probably like the last time I really had one, I did have one in February during all that shit. And you know what? Like, if you don't know what to post and share as a coach when you're depressed, nothing. That's what you share. You don't share anything. Like, you don't have to put on a facade. You don't have to lie. Like, just be honest. Like, you could just post that, be like, I'm totally not feeling it today. I'm taking a mental break. I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow. Like, that's okay to do, you know. You're a human being. You don't have to. I'm not a machine. I don't want people to think that I'm a robot. I don't want people to think that I'm Superman and can handle every single situation and that nothing ever bothers me. No, I do share it within reason. But what I want you to do instead is I want you to be grateful. Think about those gratitude moments. You want to know what got me out of my last 2 anxiety attacks was this. When I have an anxiety attack, or if I'm feeling depressed or it's sinking in, and I don't know if you can relate to this, if it looks like this in your life, but I want to stay in bed and I just want to sleep. I want to sleep and I want the next day to come because I want it to be a different day. And what happens is I find myself putting myself in my bedroom, okay? And I stopped for a second and had this recognition of the fact that I'm a parent and my son's here. And I was just like, dude, watch your tablet. like, I'm not feeling it today. Just like, watch your tablet. The sun was out. I was in my bedroom. My son was on his tablet with headphones on. And I stopped and I went, wow, I'm an asshole. Just because I have anxiety doesn't mean Cooper does. Like, how am I gonna be just laying here and having him have to suffer through my anxiety too? And I said, it's time to put some clothes on and get out of the house. And I'm not telling you it's easy. I'm not saying you're gonna be able to do it. But it was like when I put that perspective in the middle of that anxiety attack and that gratitude, everything changed. Everything changed. And I had gotten up that morning and worked out. And after my workout, I went to bed. Because I showed up on my social media because I was like, I got to show up. I got to show everybody that I got my workout in. And then I went back to bed. But the thing is I looked at that 5-year-old child and said, he doesn't have the anxiety. I do. Why is he suffering? Get your ass out of bed. You're bigger than your anxiety. I don't know if that's going to work for you, but that's what worked the last time for me. And I just keep perspective, perspective and gratitude.
Well said.
Okay.
Well, we could do this for like 6 hours because it's amazing.
I'm telling you, like, I can just talk. If nobody has any questions, I can also go to bed. It's up to you guys.
Well, I have to go put our babies to bed.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much. I can't even begin to, so incredible, you guys. And I'm sure Craig is amazing. And if anybody has any questions you think about later, you have one of those like George Costanza moments, you're like, jerk store. Like, why didn't I? You can always just message me and I'll forward it to Craig, or I'm sure Craig probably might maybe not mind if you message it to him directly.
Just message me. Just send me a message. I answer.
All right.
And
So good to meet you.
I'm a finalist. Everybody's voting for me, right? Yes.
That's
Yeah.
We are definitely voting for you.
Good.
I'll tout your name all over social media. Follow my buddy. He is going to win. I'm already doing that. I'm tagging him and everything. I'm going to mute myself because I think Jeff's got something to say really quick.
Sure.
No, I was just going to say.
Oh, here. Come talk over here.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not. Here, talk into my computer.
No, I was just going to say, so glad to finally meet you there down in Mexico too, man.
Same here.
Yeah. Just watching all your little thread there once on the Fit GC. Oh man, I get those two mixed up because they're so close together. Yeah, so good to finally meet you there. That was awesome, and meet some more of the people down there. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming on and inspiring the people that made it here. Because this video will definitely get watched over and over, I'm sure, because as much as you're inspirational as well, too, you're entertaining, so you have a great delivery of the message. So,
thank you, brother. It was very nice to meet you guys. I think out of my whole Mexico trip, I think that we had a moment. We definitely had a moment, right?
Yeah, well, we were crossing paths with you. We were literally we ran into you like every 10 minutes. It seemed like.
Yeah, you know what, Jeff? That was divine intervention, my brother.
It was exactly. It was like, hey, there's Greg.
You were supposed to run into me. You were supposed to it all happens for a reason, dude. It all happens for a reason.
Yeah, for sure, man. Okay. Definitely. Okay.
Thanks for having me.
And one last thing I'm going to say to everybody, if you have not been to a Beachbody event, please, for the love of all that's holy, get your butt to a friggin' event. Events are everything. They will change your life. Seriously. It's the people you meet, connect with. Like Craig said, it's a friggin' relationship business. And I mean with your network too. Coaches on other teams, what you can learn from each other and share with each other. I met Amanda on the trip that we were just on. I invited her to this call.
In the bus, and then on the bus again in the airport.
But you know what? The cool thing is that you can just freaking connect with each other and help each other out. Like, this is a help each other out business. This is not – other businesses are like, oh, it's all about me. It's not all for one. It is literally one for all. Like, we're all together in this. We're here to change freaking lives, right? So let's go change some damn lives. Go to an event. Okay. You rock. Have an amazing night, you guys. Thank you, everybody, so much. And I'll share the recording with everybody so you can share it with your team.
Okay.
Cheers.
See ya.
Peace out.